Being unhappy isn't the same as being depressed. Depression is a term often used loosely to describe how we feel after a bad week at work or when we're going through a breakup. But major depressive disorder, a type of depression, is much more complicated. There are specific symptoms that determine whether it's depression or the sadness we all sometimes experience in life. Determining if persistent, unshakable dark feelings are a result of depression can be the first step toward healing and recovery. Read through these warning signs to see if it's time for you to see a mental health professional. A hopeless outlook. Major depression is a mood disorder that affects the way you feel about life in general. Having a hopeless or helpless outlook on your life is the most common symptom of depression. Other feelings may be worthlessness, self-hate, or inappropriate guilt. Common, recurring thoughts of depression may be vocalized as, "It's all my fault," or "What's the point?" Increased fatigue and sleep problems. Part of the reason you might stop doing things you enjoy is because you feel very tired. Depression often comes with a lack of energy and an overwhelming feeling of fatigue, which can be among the most debilitating symptoms of depression. This could lead to excessive sleeping. Depression is also linked with insomnia, as one might lead to the other and vice versa. They can also make each other worse. This lack of quality and restful sleep can also lead to anxiety. Changes in appetite and weight. Weight and appetite can fluctuate for people with depression. This experience may be different for each person. Some people will have an increased appetite and gain weight, while others won't be hungry and will lose weight. One indication of whether dietary changes are related to depression is if they're intentional or not. If they're not, it may mean that they're caused by depression, and it's time to look for help. Lost interest. Depression can take the pleasure or enjoyment out of the things you love. A loss of interest or withdrawal from activities that you once looked forward to. For example, sports, hobbies, or going out with friends, is yet another telltale sign of major depression. Another area where you may lose interest is sex. Symptoms of major depression include a decreased sex drive and even result in struggle to get an erection. Irritability in men. Depression can affect the sexes differently. Research shows that men with depression may have symptoms such as irritability, escapist or risky behavior, substance abuse, or misplaced anger. Men are also less likely than women to recognize depression or seek treatment for it. Uncontrollable emotions. 1 minute it's an outburst of anger. The next you're crying uncontrollably. Nothing outside of you prompted the change, but your emotions are up and down at a moment's notice. Depression can cause mood swings. Looking at death. Depression is sometimes connected with suicide. In 2013, more than 42,000 people died from suicide in the United States, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention trusted source. People who die by suicide usually show symptoms first. Often people will talk about it or make a first attempt before succeeding in ending their life. If you think someone is at immediate risk of self-harm or hurting another person, call 911 or your local emergency number. Stay with the person until help arrives. Remove any guns, knives, medications, or other things that may cause harm. Listen, but don't judge, argue, threaten, or yell. If you think someone is considering suicide, get help from a crisis or suicide prevention hotline. If you suspect you have depression, you are not alone. You have made a bold step to click this video and watched it till the end. Get help by talking to a clinical psychologist. If you are new to this channel, and you find this video helpful, the only way you can encourage us is by subscribing to this channel and click the notifications bell, so that you can be notified when we upload the next video. Goodbye.